spending money on Amazon ads but not seeing results? I'll show you why and how to fix it in today's video. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group. Let's dive in. You can see right here, we know what we're doing. In the last 30 days, we only spent $158, $2,000 in sales, 6% ACoS, 14.52 ROAS. So we know what we're doing. But the first thing that usually happens if you're not spending money or the ads are just like not running at all, it's because your ads are suspended. So to see if your ads are suspended, you're just going to click on one of the campaigns, maybe one that's like not spending any money. You're going to click on it. Okay. Then you're going to click on products. So right click, open the products tab. And then after that, you should see something that says it's not approved. Sometimes it still says that it's enabled, but it's still not running, right? But usually it'll say not approved and it's like hidden in the back end. You're like, what the heck, Amazon? Why didn't you tell me? And then now what you need to do is actually contact Amazon to get it fixed. Now, what you can do to contact Amazon is you're not going to contact seller support. You're going to click on the top right-hand corner in the advertising console. Then you're going to click contact us. And this is how you can get in touch and ask them to speak to a real human and get your ads reinstated, right? You just want to ask them, why was it taken down? How do I appeal it? Is there a keyword that caused this? Is it an image? Try to figure out the exact reason. Number two is why your ads aren't working is because your listing is not optimized. Now, this is the most likely cause of ads not doing well. And it's either you're really bad at ads or most likely your listing's just not optimized, right? So we have a checklist before we run our clients' ads. This is just a brief preview of it. But pretty much if you're running, like, let's say this is your product, it's an anti-snore spray, right? And you've got, your reviews are really bad. You've got 3.2 stars, okay? You're gonna get a lot of clicks, but you're not gonna generate a lot of sales instantly. So you're gonna be spending a lot of money, right? And what we wanna do in order to optimize this is we wanna try to mitigate those negative reviews for the long term. So we wanna try to make the product better. We want to try to make the first image better. This first image doesn't really stand out. It looks a little low quality, right? We want to make sure your title's longer. This title is way too short. That's probably what's causing a lot of the negative reviews is it's like not explaining the downsides or how it won't work for everybody. So it looks like they haven't optimized their listings or created a 2.0 version. The A+ content, you need to make sure you're in stock. Is it FBA? So we can check to see if it's FBA. It is FBA. Are they winning the buy box? Is the price too high? Things like that. But right off the bat, I can see that there's an issue with the first image, there's an issue with the title, and there's an issue with the reviews. The reviews are harder to fix, but at least we can jump in and start fixing that first image and fixing that title. And then we can look at the negative reviews and see how to mitigate it. Sometimes it's just changing the title up a little bit. And when people look at the negative reviews, they're like, oh, okay, I'm still going to buy it. Because what's going to happen if you have bad reviews is they're going to click and then they're not going to buy, aka you wasted money. If your first image sucks, they're not going to click at all. If your title sucks, they might not click at all. Again, so that's what you need to do is completely optimize your listing. And that's number two, which leads us to number three. Is you're not running any auto campaigns and pulling search terms to create manual campaigns. So to create an auto campaign, this is something that's very, very important. This is how you find new keywords and find winning keywords, right? So what you want to do is go in and you want to create an auto campaign. So you're going to do sponsored products. After you're done, after you create this, you're going to scroll down and then make sure it's just add one product per campaign. And you're just going to do automatic targeting. This is going to help Amazon find keywords for you. Once you do that, you're going to launch it, run it $5 a day for 30 days, make sure it's spending money. It should be generating sales, right? If it's not generating sales, go back to the last step, make sure your listing's optimized. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pull campaigns. So go to reporting, sponsored ad reports. And then once you pull the sponsored ad reports, it tells you exactly what keywords customers are typing in and what they're typing in to find your item and did it generate a sale. So you'll find winning keywords, like somebody typed in biodegradable bags, found your ad, clicked on your ad, purchased it, and it only cost you 20 cents. Those are the keywords you want, and you want to create manual campaigns from them. So once you have those keywords, then you can come back here and create manual campaigns and then just enter the list, and you can do exact match, right? So if somebody type in biodegradable bags, you can just target that one right away because you know that's what somebody typed in. So again, run your auto campaign, make sure it's generating sales and spending money, wait 30 days, pull this ad report, and then create manual campaigns from those keywords. That's actual data that Amazon's giving you, right? And that leads us to number 4, which is putting too many keywords in one campaign. I just showed you how to create a manual campaign, right? Now what happens is people put like 50 keywords. They're like, I don't know which ones to choose, so I'm just gonna put 40 in here, or 10 keywords, or 15. You should only have 5 keywords per campaign max. So if I open up one of my campaigns, you can see we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 keywords max. If you have too many keywords in one campaign, it's gonna be very difficult to manage. Not only that, there's gonna be one keyword that's like spending all the money, and the other keywords aren't even spending at all, so you can't test the other keywords. So what you want to do is just make sure 5 keywords max. That's my recommendation. Once you do that, you create a couple, maybe campaign 1, 5 keywords, campaign 2, 5 keywords, campaign 3. That's 15 keywords altogether, but at least you have separate campaigns. Once you do that, it leads me into number 5, which is finding the best keywords in each campaign, right? Which would be this one, just the word biodegradable phrase. Taking that and putting it in a separate winning campaign, right? So that's super important. This is what people don't do, is they just keep their best keywords in just a big campaign and they don't put them individually. So what you're going to do is just take this keyword, put it in a separate campaign, call it a winning campaign because you know it's a winning keyword, right? And then once you do that, it'll just be one keyword in one campaign. The goal is to have multiple winning keyword campaigns. So just one campaign number 1, winning keyword. Campaign number 2, just one winning keyword campaign. So if you have like 30 of those, you're gonna have 30 winning campaigns. And then at that point, you can usually just sit back and relax because the ads are gonna be doing really well, right? Just like this one only has 1 keyword per campaign. And again, this leads me to the last one, which is lowering your cost per click. So for this item, in order for it to do well, is we're gonna optimize it, but we need to get that cost per click down as low as possible. Because I know people are gonna click on this item and they're not gonna buy. But if the click is only 5 cents, like if it's super cheap, then we're good to go. Because we can get tons of clicks and then we're okay with getting tons of clicks and wasting a little bit of money because it's only 5 cents per click. But if it's $1 per click, then it's a bad day because we have 5 people clicking instead of 500, right? To spend $5. So what we want to do is, you see the bid right here, the suggested bid. What we want to do is move. Sometimes you start above the suggested bid, is at least get to the suggested bid. Then you're going to wait a week. After a week, you're going to slowly lower your cost per click by like 5 cents, maybe 10 cents. So now I'm going to do it by 5 cents and drop it down to 149. Now I'm going to wait another week. And what usually happens is you spend the same amount of money, right? So the spend's the same, but the cost per click is going down. So again, you come back, wait a week, and then lower it again, wait a week, and you're going to be lowering it in tiny, tiny increments. This is how we got our client down to a 2 cent per click. So you can get down extremely low doing this, not for every keyword, not for every campaign, but you can, it is possible. So if we got this down to, let's say 5 cents per click, we're going to be partying all day because we can get like 100 clicks and we can just only spend $5 instead of it being $1 and I can only get 5 people to click. So 100 clicks for $5 or 5 clicks for $5. Again, these are some expert tips to really help you increase your sales, lower your ACoS, but that's it for today's video. Want more Amazon videos? Tell me what to cover next in the comments. If you learned something new, drop a like. And if you're an Amazon seller, I highly recommend subscribing to our channel because we're giving away great content that's going to help you in your Amazon journey. And of course, if you need help with increasing sales anything mentioned in this video or just help selling on Amazon, contact EHP Consulting Group. The link is right in the description to contact us or schedule a call. Also, one of our most popular services is our Amazon account management service and our advertising service. This is what will manage your entire account and also your ads. So we're going to be optimizing your entire listing, all of your listings, to making sure that your cost per click is as low as possible and you're getting clicks. We're going to be coming into your ads because we have a separate advertising team that's going to optimize it, use the best keywords, the best campaigns, pull your report every 30 days, and make sure that your sales go up, your spend goes down, and you're ready for the holiday season. If you want to save time, money, and increase sales, contact EHP Consulting Group. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO, and I'm signing out.